Yo, Night is Gib, and I have recently played a lot of the new Silver Palace beta. This is their first ever beta, and it is going to last for a week. I'm currently at Reputation level 19, which is like your account level. The game is a gacha game, as far as I know, but there is no gacha currently in the game. I've heard some rumors or something that apparently they have the Wuwa system, which is pretty much his Genshin Impact minus 10, if you don't know what that means, 80 pity 50-50. The gacha system doesn't exist in the game yet right now, though, so I don't know how reliable that is. Overall thoughts on the game, I have been enjoying it, but I want to get in on, the pros and cons and like stuff that they need to work on and stuff that has been amazing. I will open up this with, though, I don't know what I just said. I will open this up with this, though. This is definitely probably the best first beta of a gacha game I have ever played, to be honest. They have obviously optimization issues like here and there, with like rendering and stuff like that. There's like classic lag and stuff like that. But like going through the story and like cutscenes and all of that, I don't think I've had any lag at all, especially in cutscenes, which is crazy. Because usually cutscenes have like a little bit of lag because like they're like pre-rendered in, and sometimes they like load in like buggy or choppy or something like that. I haven't had any problems with the cutscenes except for this one time when this guy loaded in without his hat here. And he was literally just bald. I don't know what happened here. He was just talking like that for the whole time. But when you actually get to fight this guy, and when I fought him, his model recovered. So I guess that fixed it. Let's talk about just stuff in the game, though. So first thing I want to talk about is the, I guess, menus. So pressing escape brings you up to this menu. Kind of reminds me of Duet Night Abyss. They have a time changing. This is the animation for the time changing, pretty clean. They have this evidence board, which you use for like detective work, but it is very easy on how it works. I'm actually a fan of this. Usually, sometimes evidence in games, they want you to have the correct evidence and all that. I'm not that locked into the story right now, Sometimes, I just like putting the things in there and it just tells you what the evidence is as you put it in, which I think is pretty nice. It's kind of like pretty much auto input. It's like snap coding. What else? The combat has a very unique parry system in the fact that when you parry, you still take damage, but it's reduced based on how close to perfect your parry is. But I think even if you get to the absolute perfect parry, you still take damage. And it seems like the damage number is always 4. I don't know if that's meant to be the case or not. There is like shielding and healing in the game, so like taking 4 damage that much. But I fought this wolf enemy over on the map, and when I was parrying him, I was still losing a big portion of my HP, even when I landed the parry correctly. I'll go over to that guy later, though, if I remember. Other things, though, character menus and stuff like that. Character menus are extremely clean, very unique. Reminds me of Wuwa used to have way more unique menus than what they have right now, and they removed all of them when the game went live. I don't know why, for whatever reason. I like when games, show their creativity in the menus, like Persona and stuff like that. Zenless has really good animations, which is really nice, and yeah. But going through, oh, yo, Ruby with the massive raid. Yo, Ruby with the raid. Yo, thank you. Yo, shout out to the wormies. Yo. I'm in the middle of recording a video, so I'm going to finish this, but appreciate all of you guys coming in. Solzana, Multitier, Crisco's, Hayom, Pillow, Bees, Dip, Mystic Tony, Aviator, Incalto, Master Quadrillion, Priya, Draken. You guys some of you guys may have seen me in Ruby's chat before. I'd be lurking in there most of the time. I usually drop like a yo every once in a while. But yeah, I'm recording a first impressions video. So yeah, let me continue with this before I lose my train of thought. So I was talking about the menus for the characters. They are very nice, and I like the animation that they have going on for them. This one is kind of interesting, though, when you choose your weapon. They kind of reminds me of like light cones. Zenless has also like the same system, but the Wenjins are animated. This literally is just like this flat thing. It could be changed in the future though. Maybe they actually turn into actual weapons or something. This is the very first beta, but there is, as you can see, like a special animation for this, and every character has their own unique animation, like when you click on them and when you go into their weapon menu, which is really nice. So far, the characters that we've gotten for free from just doing the story and stuff like that is the hero, which is your main character. There's also a male main character, but it didn't let you choose the male main character, but he does show up in the story. They said the male main character isn't finished yet. So you only get to play as a girl right now. But yeah, we have Lauren, pretty cool, like puncher guy with a gauntlet. I think this guy's sick. They can work on his animations a little bit though. I'm not gonna lie, his animation can get refined a little bit. We have Furtho. I just recently got her from finishing the last act of the story. She attacks with like this like nurse saw blade, which is really cool. Then we have Argos. I think this is one of the coolest guys. He has like a gun on his little like cane right there. And he also does like a bunch of ice attacks and everything. He has like a Virgil strike, which is sick. And then there's Elf Girl, and she literally just shoots people with a shotgun, which is pretty sick. And they kind of have like a FPS type of feel when you're actually like aiming at enemies and everything, because you see your characters positioned over to the left, kind of like, you know, like left and right hand peeking in an FPS game if you've ever played one before. And it stays like that in combat too, which is pretty cool. So that's something nice that they have. But yeah, in menus, they also have this for the talents, which is nice. I think this talent menu looks sick. This is what really reminded me of the old Wuwa menu that they nuked. And then there is no constellations as well yet. I don't know if they plan on adding constellations, but there's no like dupes menu or anything like that. I'm assuming that's also because there's no gacha system. The only thing for gacha right now, I think, is this store right here, which is the Crystal Exchange, I think. And I think this is the premium currency of the game, this reactor crystal. I could be wrong though. And it also has this girl in the shop, the Cynthia girl. She's like the one on the moon. She's been shown like in the previous like trailers and everything, which is yeah, she's got like little minions and stuff that she attacks with. I'm not gonna lie, these look like brain rots, like Tun Tun Sahor or some shit. What is it? But she has like a loaf cat, a donut with the cat ears, and then a like kangaroo thing with like a mustache, and then for some reason has balls at the bottom. I don't know what is going on there. Very interesting, very interesting. Is the map bigger now? Map is decent size. I would say it's like the same as NTE's beta map from when I played. NTE is like a little bit bigger, but it seems about like the same size as NTE's map. The only thing is you can't explore all the maps, so I'm assuming this will come in later betas, potentially. No idea. But yeah, also Ruby, thank you again for the raid. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I went over character stuff, I talked about the animations, all of that, and yeah, there's the light cones for it, the characters and the weapons. Also, other thing I was going to talk about is there's also a Sterling market, which seems like it's probably like your monthly shop where you get like your pulls and everything, but once again, there's no gacha, so I'm assuming this just is like, you know, work in progress. Does have some of the weapons for the characters though, so that's something, I guess. There's also there's only like one event going on right now. I forgot where the event menu was, I'm not gonna lie. There's an event menu, and the current like weekly boss girl, which you open the game fighting, which was insane. The opener for this game, absolutely crazy. If I go and look at my VOD here, you actually just start like immediately in the action, which is crazy. This junk is balloons, but yeah, you fight this weekly boss. This fight is really sick. It had really good music. Not knowing what you're doing though when you started off, it was a little putting, you know, a little off-putting. I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't know how the parry worked. I still kind of don't know how the parry works. Maybe I do, and I just don't think I do. But I don't know. I don't know if you're losing HP even when you perfect parry is supposed to be intentional. But yeah, this opener is really cool, and yeah, that girl is also going to be playable. I forgot where the event menu is though. Where is the event menu? Also, let me turn off this main monitor before I lag again. Oh, here it is. This is the event menu. So yeah, there's a sign-in event. A lot of betas have this usually. There's also the character exchange thing that I was talking about as well. But yeah, we are going to be getting Cinderella, and she is the weekly boss. So this is the first time I've ever seen a weekly boss as the first playable character. That's kind of cool in my opinion. She looks pretty good as well. We've seen a little bit of her gameplay in the trailers. She's got the, like step on you, step on me, mommy type of thing going on there. And she's got these like flame chains going on or whatever. But besides that, don't know much about her. Her gameplay could change once we actually get to play her tomorrow. I'll give an update on that, some Cinderella gameplay. And she's on the hero class. Speaking of classes, there is 7 classes and 7 elements. For the classes, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what any of the classes mean right now. I think Witness is healer, because the healer guy is on Witness, but it could be just like people are just on whatever they want based on like lore or something. Maybe it's like paths in HSR. But yeah, there's Hero, Guardian, Outlaw, Victim, Savior, and Witness. And then for the elements, there's Ignis, Glacis, Fulmin, Gravitas, Radiation. I keep trying to say this word and like breaks my brain, so I'm gonna say Radiation. There's Furugo and Alba. Pretty cool, unique element system here, I guess. Not the usual Pyro, Anemo, Hydro, stuff like that. A little bit different. Even though it's still like, fire, ice, water, all that type of stuff. Pokemon, Genshin elements. But yeah, that is something very cool as well. And what else is there? There is a roguelike in this game as well, which you got extremely early into the game. I think you can get to it from the escape menu here. And it was, where is the roguelike game? Is it Silvercrafts? No. These are the things that are in the roguelike mode. Hold up, give me a second here. Map, real estate, city exploration. I don't know how you get to the roguelike mode. I'm not gonna lie. Is it agenda? It's agenda. Yeah, okay, simulation. This roguelike mode is a very unique take on the roguelike mode, but definitely takes inspiration from, like, Wuwa, HSR, and all of them. I don't know why Wuwa removed Elusive Realm, and then when they re-added it, it's like the most buns thing ever. Nobody liked it. This seems really cool. I hope they don't, like, nuke the idea or concept of this, because I liked Wuwa's Elusive Realm, and for some reason it just doesn't exist in the game, even though we're in version 3.0, and everyone loved Elusive Realm. I don't know why they just nuked that junk, in my opinion. But yeah, this game mode is really cool. It's literally roguelike walkthrough, but instead of walking through like doors and stuff like you normally do in roguelike game mode, it's actually a full open explorable area that's like instanced, and you like walk through and fight enemies, and then you get buffs here. So looking at my VOD again, this is me choosing the buffs and stuff like that. The buffs don't seem to have too much depth to them, but you have these like little summons. If you've played the Herta version of the simulated universe in HSR, it reminds me of that when you had like I forgot what they called it in the Herta mode. I think it was scepters. The scepters would like attack with your characters based on like certain action stuff you would do. That's kind of similar to this. And like I was saying, you just walk around and you find these hourglasses. The whole area is spawned in for you, so you don't go through any doors or anything like that. And yeah, the whole map is loaded in. One thing also I'll probably bring up again when I get to it, there has been a big lag when you finish a combat. If I go to like the end of this combat here, let me see if it shows up. Yeah, every time I would finish a combat, there's like a 5-second like freeze. That's probably just first beta things, hasn't been like crazy annoying, but it is something that has definitely happened like just about in every combat. After I finish like a big group of combat enemies, it would just like hitch for a second. Going into overall optimization and stuff like that. Oh, also dailies menu. There is dailies in the game, but there's no gacha. So I guess the dailies right now just gives you EXP for your main rank or whatever. They do have a world level and stuff like that, and they have farming. The farming seems to be, regular gacha farming, nothing too crazy. I don't think there's like artifact sets though or anything yet. It seems like they just worked on like the very bones of the game, which is very nice. I'm wondering what the gearing system is going to look like, because there's 100% going to be one. When you look at your characters and you see that 10 crit rate, 50 crit damage, she gives herself free crit rate and crit damage, so that's why her stats are different. But your characters do have crit rate, crit damage, attack, regular gacha stats, so there's probably going to be some sort of gearing system, I'm assuming, maybe in the next beta. Other things to talk about, I guess just overall optimization on the game. I was talking about how I haven't had much lag in the story or cutscenes, but there's definitely lag like just walking around the city and everything, especially on the horse. I think the horse is probably the laggiest thing. When you're on the horse, the game like super drops in FPS. Also, in terms of flying, you go over to these like little like manhole covers right here, and you can like fly up. I didn't go all the way up here. Oh, you can go a little bit higher. You can go a little bit higher up for sure. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I think they can also work on like the horse movement a little bit for sure. But yeah, if I go into a horse here. There we go. Yeah. You can go up pretty high here. I think I could have gone up a little bit higher. Once you're on the horse, it's kind of like you're like gliding almost. Like you don't fall down super fast, but you definitely are falling. And there is a stamina bar if you sprint. And as you can see, it's definitely hitching a lot. This happens the most while you're on the horse. I think it's just loading in the area so fast that the optimization for rendering in the areas probably can't handle it. You know, like look, that junk is getting really blunts. But yeah, that's one thing for sure that they could work on for optimization. Other optimization stuff, like I was saying, is the combat lag. If there's like a lot of effects on the screen and stuff like that, that makes you lag. But besides that, I mean, for first beta, this is probably like the best they could have for optimization. Obviously, they could have no errors at all, but like, this is like the least laggiest I've had for like open beta. Like that guy missing his head was the biggest like bug I've seen so far. I'm not gonna lie. Like the horse movement gets a little jinking sometimes like that, but like besides that, it's like the only like real bug that I've seen like that. What's another thing to talk about? You can go up to NPCs and you can like scan them, but I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what this does right now. I leveled up from doing it before, but I don't know what made me level up, because I've been scanning the NPCs and like I haven't been getting any EXP from it on my reputation. And like I scanned like a bunch of NPCs, so I guess like maybe I had a quest or something that wanted me to scan NPCs. But yeah, you just go up to like any of the NPCs, you can scan them and see like what their like traits are and stuff like that. But I have no idea what this does right now. I'm assuming since it's first beta, it's probably not that you know, like built on or like in depth or anything like that. Also, I just realized that the chat is blocking my face cam because it is so big. Let me move that down a little bit. What CPU, GPU are you using? I have a 3060 and a Ryzen 7 5800X. I'm also multi-streaming though, so that is also contributing to the lag as well. What's another thing I want to talk about for the game? I think that's about it. Oh, music! Music in this game, absolutely insane. A 9 or 10 out of 10, I'm not gonna lie. Very good music. Music, like, overall everywhere has been really nice. Let me go in combat with these NPCs here. These guys, you can just walk up to people and just fight them. You kind of start it like how you would start a fight in a turn-based game, except once you actually fight them, it's still action combat. As you can see though, I'm lagging like crazy from recording right now and probably getting off the horse. But yeah. Combat song is not the craziest thing ever. I think the ambient music has been better overall in the game. Combat is just your, you know, normal hack and slash. I would relate it most to Zenless in my opinion, in terms of gameplay there. Yo, this guy can parry me, that's crazy. Yeah, mess some boys up. After you finish fighting, it goes back to the regular world, and it's like, it's pretty much the same as any other gacha exploration, you know? You fight enemies, open world, you can get like a chest out of it. You know, they're like guarding a chest. Same thing, you know? What else do I want to talk about? I think that's about it for like overall first impressions. If you have any questions, ask me down below in the comments. That's about most of the things that I wanted to talk about for the first impressions of the game. If there's something I forgot, I don't know, I'll talk about it on the next video, I guess. But this is my overall first Silver Palace impressions. Thank you for watching. See ya.